So Pottsville project is a small community just north of Byron Bay. It was a site, when I first saw it, it was just this incredible opportunity. It just backed directly onto this creek. If anybody knows Pottsville, they know it's a beautiful part of the world. It's still got that sort of old tranquil villagey type feel. And I'd just gone through this process of branding, and it was all about lifestyle. And this site, I literally remember leaping around the living room going, this is the kind of project that I want to do. This is exactly what it's all about. You step off the back of the site and you're 50 meters to this crystal clear creek. And in the end, I didn't get it. Somebody else got the site, and I just rang the guy 3 weeks later just to get an update. How's it gone? Has it gone unconditional? And he says, oh no, he's still arguing with his mate on who's going to have the eastern side of the block and who's going to have the western side. And I said, it's still on the market. And he said, yes. I said, I'll give you an unconditional offer with an extra $5,000 on top of what he said. And he took it to the owners and they accepted it. So having gone from, I'm not going to get this site, the offer was accepted and I had to agree to some terms of a shorter settlement period to get it across the line. So it was a very short time period to turn around. So Baxter and Maddie and the guys from DFP turned that around probably within about 3 weeks. I think we had the loan out ready to go. Value had been out to site, valued up the site, documents were signed, and that's currently in place, and that DA is now sitting in for 8 dwellings in this stunning part of the world, and another very, very exciting project I'm looking forward to, yeah. The loan was a non-bank lender, so it was what you would say maybe a slightly higher interest rate compared to a non-bank lender, but then actually, if you compared it to what you would have paid like 3 years ago, it was around the 6% mark, which actually for construction or development finance, even though it's just a land bank, is pretty a rock solid rate. I'd raised enough equity that they would fund up to 70% of the land value, and the rest was equity into the deal. It was capitalised for prepaid interest for 3 months, and then it's just paid on a monthly basis. So that's fine. That was just sitting at the moment. We're fortunate enough that site actually had a block of 7 units, old 7 units on there. So whilst our repayments are around 16 grand a month, we actually collect 12 grand a month in rent from the property as well. So there's a gap and shortfall, but it's all cash flowed into the project feasibility. The critical thing was timing. So like I was saying, from a deal that looked like I wasn't going to get across the line, you talk about certainty and having an opportunity to take a site and be certain that you can get it and follow through and actually settle on it. So the importance of that deal was just how quickly they turned the finance around. Without that, the project wouldn't have gone ahead, you know. Pottsville, we at this stage only done the land bank, so it's the same as Byron. That was also through Prime Capital, and that was the same. It was up to 70% of the land contract price, so we'd secured it at $5,005,000, which was backed up with a valuation. So again, they capitalised the first 3 months of interest in that, about the same as a 6% interest rate for a land bank, which is pretty good. And then we'll work out once we get to construction finance what's the best outcome and route at that time then.